May 3, 1947. A nation that once built an empire across Asia made a decision that shocked the world. Japan would never wage war again. Its emperor would no longer rule. Its military would disappear. And its future would be rewritten, almost overnight. But here's the twist. The blueprint for this national rebirth was written in just 7 days. By a small group of American staff. Young, sleep-deprived, and tasked with reinventing a civilization they barely knew. Then it was revised and adopted by Japan. Nearly 80 years later, the country is still debating what that document truly means. In 1945, Japan was a landscape of ash. Cities leveled. Millions displaced. A centuries-old empire, gone. Under the shadow of defeat in World War II, Japan faced a question it had never faced before. What comes next? The answer did not come from Tokyo. It came from Douglas MacArthur. As Supreme Commander, he held extraordinary authority over the country. Tasked not just with rebuilding Japan's roads, but transforming its future. When Japanese leaders submitted their own draft constitution, MacArthur rejected it. Too conservative. Too tethered to the old imperial system. So he made a bold, urgent decision. His staff would write a new one. In a single week. What they produced was radical. Civil liberties were guaranteed. Individual rights expanded. And for the first time in the nation's history, Japanese women gained the right to vote. But at the center of this new system stood a man once seen as a living god. Hirohito. Before the war, he was a sacred authority. After the war, everything changed. Under the new constitution, he became not a ruler, but a symbol of the state. For some, it preserved the monarchy. For others, it was a painful break with centuries of tradition. Then came the most extraordinary clause of all. Article 9. Japan renounced war. Not just aggression, but war itself. The use of force to settle disputes. Forbidden. A nation once defined by military power chose, or was forced to choose, peace. When the Constitution took effect in 1947, Japan did not react as one. Many embraced it. After years of firebombing and starvation, peace wasn't ideology. It was survival. But others were uneasy. Conservatives saw a constitution shaped under foreign occupation as something imposed, not chosen. Was this truly Japan's future? Or someone else's vision? Then the world shifted. The Cold War began. And the Pacific became a geopolitical chessboard. Suddenly, a defenseless Japan was no longer seen as ideal, but as a liability. In 1954, Japan created the Self-Defense Forces, a military in everything but name. Advanced tanks, modern aircraft, a powerful navy, and with that, a paradox was born. Japan now possesses one of the most capable defense forces in the world, existing in a constitutional gray area. Over time, that tension has only grown. On one side, those who see Article 9 as Japan's greatest contribution to the world, a promise of peace. On the other, those who argue the world has changed, and peace must be protected. Leaders like Shinzo Abe pushed to expand Japan's military role. Supporters called it necessary. Critics called it a betrayal. And the Japanese people? They have never spoken with one voice. There is pride in decades of peace, but also growing concern about an uncertain future. Japan didn't just rewrite its laws in 1947. It began an ongoing conversation about identity, power, and peace. So the question remains: can a nation shaped by outsiders truly define itself? Or has Japan already answered that question by turning that blueprint into something uniquely its own? Because the debate over Article 9 isn't just about ships and soldiers. It's about what a nation is willing to pay for the price of peace. But in a world that is once again becoming uncertain, Japan faces the same question it asked in 1947. What does peace really require in a changing world?